I want to talk about the next generation, Kyle. Maybe we can talk about entry level, but what's your like biggest piece of advice for those starting out in the industry, or maybe they want to jump to a different trade or just getting started?
I think right now is like it's got to be the best time. I mean, everybody you talk to has the same problem, and that's finding qualified people that are willing to come to work every day. I just talked to my drywaller yesterday. He delivered drywall, and he's like, "Dude, we interviewed and talked to six people. One guy said he would come, and then he never showed up on Monday. Like, what are you going to do? So if you're that one guy and you get the job and you something you want to do and you go and just bust your tail, do a good job. And you don't even have to probably bust your tail. Let's be honest. Like the status quo is so low that you could just go and do the job, just do it and show up every day. And you're going to be an all-star and you're going to make some, GC builder, contractor, whatever. You're going to make them happy.
The one thing that's been embedded in my head is there's this, I don't know if you've seen this industry statistic, Kyle, but it's about 40% of our industry is retiring over the next 10 years. That is a blue ocean opportunity. It's not like we're getting less humans on the planet. It's not like we are oversupplied on houses. Like people are struggling to find homes to live in, for office spaces, the whole board. And I think that's the biggest thing that, even personally for me, that I want to communicate to a lot of people is there's a massive generation that's leaving with the textbook, the knowledge, the skills. And this is an opportunity to come in and you have job security because there's so much demand.
Oh, it's 100% true, man. I have heard a bunch of those, statistics. And I think, the way I understood it is that we don't have a huge shortage of people trying to get into the trades. It's the number of people leaving that is making the issue so abundant. So, that's promising. I mean, I talk to kids all the time through social media that are super stoked about the trades. They are going to trade school. They want to be go to project management or whatever, construction management class.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I think there's a lot of interest. But those kids, man, I tell my son all the time, you can make a killing if you get into the trades, in the next 10 years, because I look at what my electrician charges, my plumber charges, and what carpenters are charging, it's good money,
Absolutely. Yeah, no, it's almost scary how few youngsters we have stepping in. I've posted so many times that we're hiring. We pay well, we take care of people. And even then, I had one person out of like 10 that managed to talk to me long enough to set up a date to start. And then they no-showed. And it's like, come on.
Yeah, that's unbelievable.
All you had to do was show up. We'd have been stoked.
Yeah, I would have thought somebody, at the bare minimum would just want to be, around you to just be on your channel or involved in what you're doing. I mean, it's
tough
surprising.
out here.
Yeah. I think you're in a different area too. Where I'm at, we're still in a little bit of like a, I don't know, rural America that people still have
I get what you mean by that. But the same thing, since we're so close to LA, most kids grow up and want to be movie stars, actors, things like that. And I mean, no disrespect to that, but you might end up swinging a hammer.
Yeah.
Or slapping someone at the Oscars.
Oh gosh.
I
As if that hasn't been talked about enough.
I've seen enough memes go around today.
Yeah.
Kyle, I also have a question around, we've talked a lot about promoting yourself, what it can do for your business and word of mouth. But for that everyday trade that's maybe not running a business, how should they be promoting themselves and their skill sets? I think this is like a very attractive thing that employers would want to see. How would you go about that if you weren't running your business today and you were working for a company, or, you really want to start building your personal brand?
Okay. So if I wasn't if I was working for somebody else, you're saying?
Yeah. Not self-employed, not running your own business.
And you're saying without social media?
No, like how would you go about it today? What are the most important things? Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, here's the thing. Like we said, you literally can tell whatever story you want. So, I know people on social media that do work for people, and, they showcase that, they're running the job site or whatever task they're doing. Like, it doesn't matter. You can build a virtual online, portfolio of whatever you want. And so when you go meet that person, or somebody says, hey, I got a job opening, or Matt says, hey, I'm hiring a framer, you're like, dude, look at my social media. I've been framing for 3 years, and I love making crisp lines, good cuts. I use math, so really it's like anything in life, dude. We have such an opportunity to do whatever we want. I know everybody has limitations. Everybody has, they might start a little bit further back, but I don't know anybody that has been successful in the trades that didn't put in hard work
and showing up.
Yeah.
You know how many times we've heard that on previous episodes? Like, they're like, the key is just to show up, and you basically have a job. It's like insane.
Answer your phone.
Answer your phone.
I don't know how many times I have literally gotten a job because the client said, I've called 5, 6, 8 people, and you're the only one that called me back. Like, if you come give me a price, it's yours. That has happened more times than I can count in my years. It just blows my mind.
Now, do you think that's a lack of professionalism on a contractor's part? Because I've said this many times. I think a lot of people that are contractors are often tradespeople that just kind of stepped into a business that don't really have a business background.
So, yeah, it's true, but I don't have a business background. I have common sense. Like, you want to run a business and be a good person.
Not everybody has that common sense, though.
I understand that, but like, if you go to business school expecting to learn to answer your phone, to give people honest feedback, I think it's a communication problem. I don't think people know how to communicate properly, whether it's anxiety, it's they've overbooked themselves. Like, we all know the common story that, oh yeah, the drywaller is going to be here on Wednesday, and then he doesn't show up on Wednesday, and then he shows up like on Thursday afternoon, is like, yeah, I had this thing going, but I'm here today, but I'm only going to be here for 2 hours. Dude, just tell me that you have 2 jobs going on, and you won't be to my place till Friday, because I don't want you showing up for a half a day, getting a quarter of the work done because it's inefficient. Like, just, schedule it. But people overbook themselves, and they don't like to say no, and they want to be people pleasers inherently,
Yes, man.